Here. Yay!
Yay!
Go
And I'm glad.
ahead and just introduce yourself. Let us know what you're about and you're on all where everybody can find you.
Well, my name is Pam, and I love cooking, but I also love series because ain't no one watching any series without food or good drink. And well, I started doing this just for fun. I just like creating content and trying new things out. Well, and I'm not really good at reactions. I tried it once and I thought, oh, let's not torture people in seeing that. But I'm a really good cook, actually. So I thought maybe I should try help people get to know the food from for example, from Thailand if they're watching any Thai series, and maybe also Korean food. That's what I'm gonna try out next. So yeah, I think that maybe cooking and watching BLs or any kind of drama, something that always belongs together, and we all should be trying it out.
Yeah, you do really and it's not just like small recipes. You do really intensive stuff sometimes. The last recipe you did was like a congee for My Secret Love, right? You were
Yeah.
like, yeah, I saw that. I was like, huh. I was like, how do you have time to prepare and to do all that?
I mean, everybody has to eat. I might as well just record it. So that's what I do. I mean, I like creating content for Instagram Reels, and I especially like creating like recipe reels. So I thought, well, I just might do a YouTube channel and talk about the series because it would be weird just me cooking. I have a really tiny kitchen, and I tried once, my first video. It was awkward. I didn't like it. Really awkward.
So, how do you find the inspiration for the dishes that you choose to make, right? Because, do you get it from when you watch the series and you're like, I can cook that, or is it something that you kind of just inspires you from watching the series?
I think it depends on the series. I usually really enjoy watching series with the cooking theme, for example, like cuisine or What's Up Man, and then you have like a really specific dish that they're talking about a lot, and then I just get hungry. I need to check out what do I need for that? Is it easy or is it spicy or not? Check it all out, and I feel like because I'm a really picky eater, like it's horrible sometimes when I'm trying a new recipe and I have to force myself to actually try the food. So I just watched the series. I feel like, okay, this recipe is something I've been talking about a lot. I want to try it out. Because, for example, congee, I've seen that in K dramas. I've seen that in all Thai series. Every time someone is sick, someone has breakfast, and here is a bag of congee. I'm like, what is this? I'm Brazilian. If you're going to be eating rice soup, it doesn't look like that. And we also
Right,
don't have it
right.
for breakfast. And I got curious. So I just say, okay, let's try it out and let's hope that I like it. So far, I liked every recipe that I tried. And I
That's
feel like
good.
many.
That's good. I mean, because I always think when I see you make your videos or when I see any cooking channel, I'm always like, do they even eat it? But I know you do, but but I'm just always because sometimes it just doesn't look like they did a good job, or sometimes
Yeah.
it looks like they've made a lot of mistakes. But you still have to you're on camera, right? So
Yeah.
it's you can't. Have you ever made a lot of have you ever made a mistake where you were like, I can't film this mistake, I have to re-edit it and have you ever has that ever happened? Hi, Joy. My friend Joy.
Well, it has. I think my first video, I was talking about old-fashioned cupcake and I was trying to make dangos. And
Mm-hmm.
it was my first video. I was really nervous and I also didn't know all the settings and everything. And I'm usually someone, I don't really care about the recipe. I check out all what's in there and then I just make it the way that I want to make it. But it's some Asian recipe. I've never been to Asia, so I have to follow the recipe. And I tried, but then I got carried away. I didn't read it properly, and then I had too much water in it. It's a whole mess. It did not it tasted okay-ish, But it was a whole mess. And I mean, I still recorded it and posted it because I wanted this to be my first video because it was already the second time of me recording my
Oh my
first
god.
review. And I was like, you know what? It is what it is. I failed and I'm going to show it because I'm also too lazy to edit it way too many times. I don't have the time. I work a lot.
Yeah, I know. It's really like I don't think people realize like what it actually especially because you do extra things, right? Because you're cooking while you're doing reviews and it's like hard. But like, when I'm doing reactions, and sometimes like my computer will just lag, like it will just like freeze in like really important sections of like this is like the behind the scenes, guys, like I know and you're like, well, what do I do? Because like at a certain point, like, yeah, like lag is like, it's just if it's like a second or two, like it's not a big deal, like even like
Mm.
normal videos, like lag happens, right? But like if it's like long extended periods of time and you just see my stupid face, like just not moving, like it's just like, oh no, we can't have that. No, no, no. And so like it's kind of like I don't like having to re-record because it's like, well, then my expressions change. But
Mm.
I also don't want my expression to be with my mouth open and just like it's very hard
Yeah.
to just like find that balance of just like, well, I made a mistake, but I'm just gonna post it anyway. But like, I think, well, it's just different for every type of creator. So when I make a mistake, it's more just like, yeah, I don't. My face. It's like my face being stuck in like one part of.
Yeah.
So just like, yeah, we can't have
But still, I mean, you do reactions. I cannot even imagine if I'm doing reactions and I have to re-record anything. I'm like, well, I already know what's going to happen. It would be boring because I cannot do it. Like, I don't think I have rewatched anything so far. Like, no series. Like I loved all of them that I've been watching, but I don't have the time to be rewatching everything. And you do so many reactions. You've been so
I've
busy.
slowed I've slowed down some because like it just depends on like what's playing, right? And
Mm,
what I can actually do. So yeah, for like August I was like super busy because like
yeah.
they all had like BLs going at one point. And Thailand was just like churning them out like butter. It was just like, okay.
Really?
I was like, well, I knew certain series that I was going to react to. So, like, I was like, I knew that I was going to react to My Secret Love because, like, Jamie is one of my friends now. And I
Oh,
had
cute.
promised, yeah, and I had promised to do it. So I was
Yeah.
just like, okay, great. So I'm going to do that for sure. And then Oh My Sunshine Night came on. And then I was like, well, I have to do that because, like, nobody is surprised or nobody should be by now about who my favorite ship is. So I was just like, and I was waiting 2 years for that series. So I was just like, okay, gotta do that. And then it was just like finding other series that I really was into or just trying it out. Like, there's certain series that I've just been like, maybe not. Like the recent one that I kind of dropped. I'm not sure if I'm still dropping this one. I think I'm gonna change like how I watch it. But like
Yeah.
the recent one that I had dropped was War of Why.
Mm,
I had done like two episodes of that show, and it
yeah.
just wasn't. I mean, I thought it was good. I still like the show, but it just wasn't doing anything like on my channel. Like it was
Mm-hmm.
just like, and I was just like, well, if nobody really talks about it, people talk about it a little bit, but it's not like it's just like, it's just like one of those things that you have to think about because it's honestly like I was doing reactions like maybe 4 times a week,
Yeah.
and so I was just like, let's see about adding, is it the storyline? I don't know, honestly, why people don't like War of Why. I mean, they like it, but at the same time, I think,
I just think that a lot of people are seeing the reality of entertainment business and they're not
yeah, and
liking
they,
it.
yeah,
That's maybe like a
exactly.
critique of BL fans that are a little bit too much. And I can
Yeah,
imagine if you're like, I don't like that. too much reality for them, probably.
Yeah, I think that's what it is because I mean, they're really not pulling back any punches like
Mm.
when it comes to like the BL industry and when
Yeah,
it comes to like the really ugly side of what we watch, right?
yeah,
And so I think a lot of people were put off by that. We're like, listen,
yeah,
I come here to escape. I don't want to see what's behind the curtain. I just want to see pretty men. And
yeah,
that's fine. I mean, that's, what anybody's prerogative is like of watching that. But like for me, it was important because I was like, no, people need to see this. Like people really
yeah.
need to see what goes on behind the mirror. And like
Mm.
maybe, that'll, I don't know, somehow kind of adjust your way of thinking, maybe make it a little bit more like real for you and see like,
Yeah,
oh, I shouldn't just treat these people like they're my toys,
yeah.
But that didn't really happen. So, it's just
Yeah,
like,
yeah. No,
so,
I was thinking about how I want to review it because I thought I really enjoy the series, but I always like story-rich series, so Triage, Man of Death, and War of
yeah, I like,
Wine.
yeah,
So yeah,
that's like more my area of just like, I've no like for the BL that I have like reacted to, it's more like story rich. Like there's
yeah,
more like, things going into it, more just than just like we're gonna like have an NC scene here just
yeah,
cause. I think that's another reason why I wasn't such a huge like I had been waiting for Falcon Rock for a while too, because I was just like, okay, like
yeah.
it was such a big deal, and everybody in the trailer looked like okay. And then I saw the first episode, I was just like, well, you both are very unlikable. like there's
I mean,
no
I gotta be honest, I just started wait a minute. I'm like, us hoes also need representation, guys. Okay, this is for some people the actual college experience.
I mean, that's true. I mean, okay. I have no problem with people being hoes. Like you could be
No,
a
I
hoe.
wasn't implying anything.
But be a be a good person. Like they're not mutually exclusive. Like you can be a hoe and a good person. It's not hard.
I mean, they never said they wanted to be exclusive, so and
I
I
guess.
mean, I'm just a fan of messy plots if they're done well. For example, Checkout was, oh my goodness, whatever
Oh,
that was.
so funny story is that I tried to react to Checkout too, and I was like ready to go, and then they had like blocked whole sections of the reaction to the
Mm,
point where I was just like, they want me to get rid of like basically like more than half of what I had already edited. And
yeah,
I was just like, yeah, I'm not doing that. So it was another one of those two where I was just like, you know what? It's not
yeah.
that deep. I'm not getting paid. Like, because I was just like, I was just too busy and I was just like too much. So I
Mhm.
was like, you know what? Like, I don't have to. And so I started watching the series on my own. I was like, yeah, I don't know how I would have done this reaction because it was terrible.
Yeah,
Like,
no. I mean, if I would have done anything about it, I would be just mad. I'm still mad. Every time I talk about it, and I actually finished it. Like I watched everything,
no,
even the
no,
special episode.
Joy, checkout has been done. It's on IGE. You can watch it if you want. So they have like both. They have like the uncut version on
Mm.
IGE. So
Yeah, I think
you could
now they have
totally
it
still
on
watch it.
YouTube properly as well,
Oh
right?
yeah, I think they were doing the cut version on YouTube. So
Yeah.
that's how a lot of companies are doing it now. They're doing like an uncut version
Mm.
on IGE or whatever Gaga, and then they're like posting like the cut version on YouTube.
Yeah, but I'm still not a fan because like I live in Europe. So for
Hmm.
me, I cannot watch the uncut version of My Only 12%. And obviously there are no NC scenes, but apparently they're cutting a little bit of some other parts of the series. I'm like, well, that's not fair because I have
Yeah,
no possibility to watch it unless I'm gonna go to, certain other pages. And
yeah.
I don't think that's fair. And especially, come on, what they're going to do with my 12%? It's just, I don't know, it's just a cute series. Well, cute, dramatic, but yeah.
Y- I mean, it depends on what you like when you watch series. Like
Yeah.
if you like don't expect much, then it'll be fine because it's just like something to pass the time. But if you want like a story, then probably not. If you want if you want like something that's gonna like be not informative, but if you want something that's gonna give you like a plot, probably like not.
Yeah.
But if you don't mind the lack of plot, then go ahead. It's this. I will say that the soundtrack is fucking good.
Oh yeah, that's true. The soundtrack was really nice, but that's about it.
Which has always really annoyed me about things that like shitty movies that have had like really awesome like soundtracks. I'm like, why? You don't deserve this.
A waste of music, to be honest.
Yes, exactly. Oh my God.
It's still such a shame. I'm still sad. And I'm pretty sure the actors saw all the negative comments on Twitter because they were quite active with everybody posting about the series. And I'm like, I'm so sorry, but I cannot fake it anymore.
I mean, here's the thing. There's always going to be people that support it no matter what because of reasons. And that's fine. Anyway.
So the main topic was supposed to be on Cloud9 instead.
Right. Sorry.
Something else. We decided, let's talk about how bad Check Out the Series actually is.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So I reacted to Cloud9. And Mind Trio was very generous with me. They let me do whatever I wanted, and they like reposted every one of my posts, and they were so nice and lovely. I really enjoy them as a company. Like, I don't really know, like, I know that they had filmed 12 episodes, but they only like had the funding for like 6 of them. I really hope that they get some money because I really need to see the rest of that because like the story, like once you kind of understood everything, was really amazing. Because like they did something that was very different. Like it wasn't just a university story at all. It was just like okay, so they met while Mork and Mon were in high school because they're twins. Oh, sorry, spoilers.
But how shocked were you when you saw that they were twins?
If you saw my reaction, I was just like, I was just like, and at first I was like, wait a minute. And at first I thought he might have been schizophrenic because you never saw the person like in the beginning, like who he was talking to. It's just like a voice. And you're like, he's talking to somebody. And that literally triggered me. The entire time I was watching the series, I think I would bring it up every episode that he was like, I heard the voice. I was just like, who is this person? What are they doing? Like, why can't I see their whole face?
I thought it was going to be like a father or an uncle. I don't know, someone who actually lives with him as a parent or something. And I was like, really, the twin? How could I not see that?
Yeah. And then you go back and, just like, because I don't really rewatch things, but I went back and just like, wait a minute. Like, who was who at one point, because it's like they would switch on him. And so it was like, but I was just like really kind of like impressed that they did that. Two, because you don't see that every day, like in BL or just in series in general. Like it's just like it was just kind of interesting the way that they revealed it too. And then it was about them finding each other like in heaven or in wherever they were. Like I guess the space between. I don't know. Not to get too philosophical or whatever. And then, but then, like, I mean, and I knew what they were trying to do, but they just didn't have enough time to do it because, like, I wanted to know, like, well, how did they die? Like, how did we get? Because they were alive at one point.
Yeah, I mean, I was also curious because they ended it and I still enjoyed it, like the 6 episodes. You still understand what's going on, but you still have so many questions. You're still like, well, how did they die? Are they just now a younger version of themselves, or did they actually get to just die randomly? Because why are they both that dead? Like, why both?
Yeah, because like because they couldn't show that, I guess, or they
Yeah.
didn't. But it was just like, okay, so they were alive at one point. They were alive like 3 years ago, and then they had an
Mhm.
accident or something, and then they
Yeah.
both died. But somebody died first, like
Yeah.
it was like it was just like, and I wanted to see, them be alive more, I guess, and like kind of like get to that relationship, and then like have that
Mhm.
accident or whatever, and then the fact that like news character would just randomly show up and be like, who the fuck are you? Like, it was just like it was just like the most confusing thing every time I saw him in the screen, because whatever he said
Yeah.
like never made sense. I was just
Yeah.
like,
I mean, from the beginning, I was like, oh, they're dead. They're definitely dead. There's no way. They're wearing white. They're talking all serious. I don't know. They're
well,
dead. But
Two was the only one that was wearing white in the beginning, like
yeah, but still, I felt like, okay, maybe he's in a coma in a hospital, and now he's like, in this,
like limbo kind of.
yeah, trying to get back, but also stay because it's the person he loves. Oh my goodness. Yeah, so clumsy cook, here I am. But then we got more episodes. I'm like, maybe they're not dead. I think I was getting so confused, and everybody's theories were confusing me even more.
Yeah, I mean, it was very confusing. It was a very like confusing like thing, and while I was reacting, I was just like, because there would just be long swat, like there wasn't like a lot of like action shots, like they
Yeah.
didn't like. So it's just like, that's the thing about like plot driven series, is like they talk a lot.
Yeah, they do.
so, so like, well, I'll have to get to the other reaction there. They talk a lot too, but like,
Yeah.
but for On Cloud Nine, they talked a lot, and it's like, and there wouldn't be a whole lot in between the talking. Like they would
Mm,
do aerial shots of like the different like places in Thailand that were beautiful, gorgeous shots,
yeah.
but nothing really happened.
Yeah.
And so I was just like, for me, the challenge was like, how do I make myself entertaining? Because like there's nothing to react to in certain parts. They're just talking, or there's just like doing aerial shots of like beautiful
Mm,
views, and this is like, how do I make my face entertaining? Like, how do I say something? And I don't write scripts for any of the reactions that I do, because it's like, one, because I want it to be organic, and
mm,
two, like I never really know what I'm gonna say until it comes out of my mouth. So
mm,
it's really hard to like kind of like make a script for something, and it's like kind of like that takes away the organicness of it.
yeah.
But I
I mean,
think,
it's a reaction.
it's a reaction. But I mean, people do write scripts for just like the stuff in between or whatever.
Mm, I don't
But
know.
hmm?
I felt like On Cloud Nine was one of the series that at least people started talking about the plot actually a lot. They were all discussing on Twitter a lot about it. And I enjoyed it very much. But I was still confused because at some point people were talking. I'm like, I still don't know if the twins are still like who is who in the
Yeah,
series. I couldn't tell it until the end. I was like, great. I have no idea who is who, but one of them died.
yeah. It was just kind of like, I knew the twin that was. You agree with the plot point, yeah. Um, I just really found it interesting the way that they managed to hold that off for so long.
Mm.
And then like the way that it's just so sorry. Sometimes my headphones like to commit like they just like to yeet out of my ears. I need to buy new ones, but I haven't found any I liked. Anyway, so it was just very interesting the way that they did that. And then it's just, and they were both like, Min and Rossi were very good together.
Yeah, they
Like
were.
they played their chemistry off so well. And before, like, I'm gonna be honest, like I was like, I'm a Min stan, like I follow Min around not around. Like I'm not. No, don't get it twisted, okay? But I follow him on like Instagram. I
Everything's
follow
coming out
him
now.
on Twitter. And so like so I knew he was good because I had seen him in other things. Like I had
Yeah.
seen him like he's been around in BL for a while, just doing like these little like small productions.
Mm.
So I knew about him for a while, and like we had like a kind of a pseudo friendship. Like we would kind of like talk back and forth like on Twitter a little bit. This was before he was like more famous.
Yeah.
Um that was a good time. Anyway, and then and then yeah, and so I knew him and I knew his acting ability. I knew he was good. And plus he also like was an assistant director on one of their other projects with Rossi in that Rossi was in. It was like what's it called? It's like about like first love and they were like in
Mm-hmm.
school. Anyway. So I knew Rossi was a good actor too, because I had already seen him in that project. But I hadn't seen them together in anything. Like,
Yeah.
so when they revealed them, I was just like, well, how is that gonna work? Like, because you don't know, right? You just see videos and stuff, and you're just like, I didn't see it.
I cannot say much because I started watching BL, I think 1 year ago. Yeah, I think maybe last year in November was the
Oh,
first time
really?
that I ever watched the BL. Yeah, I
Which
mean,
one was it?
together.
Oh,
Yeah, so I literally have no idea who is who in the BL world. Now I'm kind of have seen a lot of BLs and also other Thai series. So I'm getting used to the names, the faces, because I'm usually really bad with those. So I don't watch trailers or anything. I don't follow much. I just like, okay, there's a new series. I'm gonna give it a try, and then I really go really raw into it. So I saw on Cloud9, okay, it's supposed to be a really short series. I have time for that, and that's what I'm gonna do it. And then I saw Mean, and just really weeks after, I'm like, oh, he's also the guy from Oh My Sunshine Nights,
yeah,
and
yeah,
I
yeah.
did not see that. So every day you can surprise me with a new action. We're like, oh, I've never seen him. Then, oh, maybe I did. Maybe I did. I just don't remember him.
To be honest, like I fell into the BL hole. When did when I was watching Trapped. It's not a Thai series, it's from Taiwan.
Mm-hmm.
You should definitely check it out. It's really good. But that was like my first like BL that I seen. And that was like right when the pandemic was, like I think it was like 2019.
Yeah.
Like right a bit before the pandemic. And then I just was like, and I didn't know anybody either. Like it wasn't like I just kind of like I didn't know anyone. And I just and like my Twitter, like I had a Twitter account, but it was just like a random mass Twitter account just filled with like random things. And so but like slowly but surely, yes, it's so good. A cop and a mafia boss fall in love. And this guy's a real mafia boss.
I think that I watched this one because I think Leah told me to watch it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was so good.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was like the first one I ever saw. And so then I just kind of like worked my way backwards to
Mm.
see all the others. And I saw some pretty crazy stuff. Like, I was just working your way backwards through like BL history was like really an interesting experience. Like,
I can't imagine.
I just saw like I watched I watched some pretty questionable shows, I'm not gonna lie. Like I watched You're My King. I watched part 1 and 2 of You're My King.
No
Uh
idea what that is.
it's just so it's like basically like no plot. It's basically them playing a game of like King's Cup and like doing things.
Mm.
That's
Okay.
basically it. That's basically it. And then they made up and then, yeah, and then they made up part 2 for a reason. I don't know. The part 2 was like a little bit more involved, but it's still basically kind of like the same.
Mm.
Yes, everyone used to die back then. Well, depending on which country you were watching. So if you were so before the ban happened in China,
Yeah.
there used to be BL that you could watch, like full BL. And everybody died though. Like that was the whole thing. Like everybody.
Why do they love to kill queer characters? What's the whole?
listen, listen. It wasn't that. I mean, everybody should go through the shock of journeying to BL backwards. Like,
No. I
like
started a
everybody.
series where I wanted to watch all the bad BLs, and I watched What the Duck, and it took me weeks to get through it. Like really
Okay.
weeks. And I'm a really good binge watcher, so I usually can just spend a whole night watching something, finish it, and go to work, and I'm fine. But What the Duck was already so bad. It hurts. Like it
Listen,
really hurt.
don't. I'm not gonna say that. No, just kidding. I'm not ashamed that I have to say that I enjoy.
I know, I remember. But you should be
not
ashamed a
not
tiny
that
bit.
not that I rewatch it because I don't, but like I didn't even like Mew and Art. I liked Oreo and Strong. Like that, like that was like.
The series was a whole mess. I suffered
mean,
so much, and I got so mad at the
listen,
same time.
it was really bad. Like I'm not gonna lie, but there was something about those two that I really enjoyed. And
You're
unfortunately,
kidding.
no, Joy, do not shame me, okay, about my liking of What the Duck, okay? I don't rewatch it, okay? Guys, come get off my back.
So, did you watch season 2 though?
I did watch season 2.
Of course you did.
I watched season 1. Why was I not gonna watch season 2? And like
I stopped at season 1 because I care about my mental health, okay? I had to do it.
Listen, there was the pandemic, I had nothing else to do. But
Really? So,
I don't know. Anyway, listen, stop it, okay? I don't rewatch it. Calm down, everyone. Stop. You like one bad show, and all of a sudden it's like, woo. Anyway, so during my like trap, I saw Trapped, and I was like, well, is there more of this? And so I went on my drama list, and I like looked, I typed up BL, and they just gave me like, this whole list, and I wrote it down. Like I have like I wrote it down on a notebook. So I was just like,
yeah.
and I was gonna watch these, like the ones that I could watch, right?
Mhm.
And so lo and behold, that there wasn't a lot of them I could actually watch on YouTube. So there was this one site that was like, I don't even know if it's still in operation or whatever, but it was called GNICEE or something like that. No, listen, I don't know. And that's where I would watch them. And like back then, it was pretty easy to let's just like watch an episode. Like they had some like pop up ads, but they weren't like bad or whatever. And so and so that's how I watched a lot of the ones that I didn't find on YouTube. So that's when I found a lot of the Chinese BL from like before 2016.
Mm-hmm.
That's where I found Together With Me, Together With Me with Max Tool. That's where I found that's where I found Together With Me the next chapter. That's where I found Together With Me. Yeah, because listen, when you were in BL back in the day, you knew the sites to watch. there wasn't much back in the day. And I had a subscription to Viki. If you guys don't know what Viki is, it's like they do like Asian television, into like Korean dramas, and they have a whole like they have regions.
Yeah.
But they didn't have very much BL there at the time. They just had Trapped, like the history series there.
Yeah.
And so I was just like, okay, well, where do I watch the rest of this? And you couldn't get Gaga Walala yet. Like it was like you couldn't get it, that app. It's like that app didn't come out until I think like last year. And then
I just got scared for a second. Sorry, because I saw someone behind you, and I watch way too many true crime shows.
Don't worry, those are just the strangers that live in my house. No, I'm just kidding. That's my dad. Sometimes they make appearances in my lives. So like,
No, it's fine. It's just
yeah, sometimes I'll make special appearances. I know, like when my partner who does the podcast, when we do like live sometimes, or when we do episodes for the podcast, they'll like casually like walk in the frame or whatever. I'm just like, what are you gonna do?
Yeah. I mean, it happens.
Anyway, and so yeah, so Vicky literally only had the history series there, and then Gaga Ulala wasn't available in the US yet. And so there was very little, and like YouTube had some, but like there wasn't a whole lot of options even on YouTube. I mean, the only really big channel they had was like GMMTV. So you would watch a lot of GMMTV shows, but like that was it. And so I went on the site, and that's where I found all the other ones that like thankfully though, Lovesick and SCOTUS were on Netflix. And so I watched Lovesick and SCOTUS on Netflix.
Oh, really?
Those were like the classics.
I mean, with here in Europe we don't have them on Netflix, so I think we have Wish You. That's about it. And Your Name Engraved, and I don't know how to pronounce the word.
Your Name Engraved Her. Oh my God, let me tell you, that movie is beautiful and traumatized me for life.
Yeah, well, to be honest, it didn't traumatize me that much because I watched it and I thought it would be way worse. But maybe because I watched The Miracle of Teddy Bear before, I was already
you were just like, well, it's like that's just fine now. Yeah. Like I can pretty much do anything.
No teddy bear being burned. So
no, you know what? No. So for me, I did see a series of I did see The Miracle of Teddy Bear. However, in my mind, I only stopped, I think, at episode like right before Judo's character woke up. I was like, no, they're happy. He's happy. They're happy. They live together. You know, it's fine. They take care of their mom.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally. I don't know what you're talking about. It's just like how I don't know what you're talking about when people mention salt to me. It's like, I don't know what you mean. They're living together. No. They're living together and they're fine. I don't know if you ever saw Make Your Days Count.
Not yet. It's on my list, but I've seen way too many tweets about the ending, I think it is.
Yeah.
And how pissed people are and traumatized. I'm like, yeah, maybe I'll wait a little bit to watch it.
I mean, let me tell. Oh my God!
I know what's gonna happen in the end, so I'm kind of prepared. I cannot escape spoilers if the series is that old, so it's fine. But when you like hearing about it, reading about it is one thing, but when you get invested in the series and then it just happens, it's too much.
And yeah, Make Your Days Count ended at episode 9. Like we all collectively agree that is when it ended. Oh my God. Yeah. So I guess after watching like Make Your Days Count, but I still get emotional, so it doesn't matter. I seriously, and I try like your reactions, right? Because I'm always so conscious of like the way. I mean, I make myself presentable basically, and so like I don't like crying like on camera. But I have cried on camera lots of times, and for like really dumb reasons. Like it's not even like that. We won't even be that emotional of a scene, but I'll just go. Like I think in the last episode of My Secret Love, it wasn't sad, but I just was like bawling. I was just like, this is terrible. This is so terrible.
I mean, I'm not that emotional most of the time. That's why I decided to not do reactions. I just don't know how to show emotions properly. Like I can make funny jokes about it, but yeah. But I cried with The Miracle of Teddy Bear. Like I cried so much, and I usually don't cry. Like it doesn't matter who is dying. I'm like, oh yeah, that's sad. And I acknowledge that it's sad and that's it. And it was, I think, the same with Bad Buddy, like the rooftop scene. I told my friend, oh yeah, watch Bad Buddy. It's so much fun. You won't cry. And she texted me, how the fuck did you not cry? Oh, sorry. How did
It's
you
okay, stop.
not cry?
Listen,
There was that
I
scene and
cuss.
everything. Like, well, it was emotional, but I don't know. I didn't cry.
Listen, I set my channel for not children. So I
Okay.
just because I cuss all the fucking time. Like
Okay, good.
I'm trying to do it less because it's like not as professional or whatever, but oh my god, like sometimes I just end up cussing like
It's just that some people don't like it, and I don't cuss a lot, to
also
be
too.
honest, but at least
Yeah,
for
that
me,
too.
some words are just, mm,
That too. Like a lot of people don't like it, but I can't help it. Like things that make me upset will make me upset, and like that's how
yeah,
I kind of express it. It's just
yeah,
like I think the one of the reactions that I know it takes a lot of people to cry. Okay, like I'm just not the strongest soldier. Okay.
then you need
Um,
to finish the Miracle of Teddy Bear on live.
oh no, I'm not gonna do that at all. I'm just nope. Nope. I think I could not. Nope. 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 Anyway, yeah, I try not to cuss, but the thing is that a lot of things make me upset when I watch
Yeah.
it, and so it just kind of comes out. I think the last time I was really upset, I it was during my not the episode 12 reaction for Unforgotten Night, but it was the reaction before. It was episode 11. And I just was just at one point, I think I just said a string of F words. Like I was just like, 'cause I was so mad about the way the things were going. I was
Yeah.
like, you can't do this to me at episode 11. It's episode 11, homies. Like, what the fuck are you doing?
Oh my God. Yeah, I think that I would get banned really quick if I really did reactions. And I mean, what I post on Twitter, it's just really, I think about it and then I post it. So I still have trying to, change things and be nicer. But sometimes I'm like, oh, if I was live, I would be canceled right away.
I
Nothing.
mean, the thing about being creators and being like on Twitter is just like kind of the really like, and especially like when you start getting an audience like for your tweets,
Mm,
like you start to notice that there's some things that you really can't say.
yeah.
like like for example, oh my god, okay. So like so I try not to, but some things really upset me and I feel like they're important enough to say. So it was during like this whole like Kin Porsche drama where like the writers were just the most degenerate people
Oh
I've
my
ever
God.
seen. And they had like leaked a video of like them interacting with Barcode.
Oh yeah, I
And
remember that one.
and I was just like, what is wrong with you people? Like, what is wrong with Beyond Cloud that they're choosing to
Mm,
still associate themselves with these people? And so, and I wrote that, like, and I wasn't talking about Barcode's acting. Like, I wasn't even like upset at Barcode, obviously, because he's the minor, he's the child.
yeah.
And then I brought that up. I was like, this is why you don't want to have minors in BL. Like, it's not because, like, oh, I think the ship is real. Fuck that. No, it's not that. It's because this can happen to them. This happened to adults that they were
Mm.
working with too. And see, this is like, I can't say this stuff because.
No, but I get
Anyway,
what you mean. I remember also
yeah,
the discussion on Twitter. I mean, I
yeah,
remember I did one TikTok because people were confused what's going on, why everybody talking about King Porsche and the writers again. So I made one TikTok and I said, this is the last time I'm going to mention their names because there were a few things that I saw online. And I'm like, oh, you know what? I'm never going to buy any of their books. I'm not buying any merch that's related to
yeah.
them. So I just distanced myself and said, whatever. And but then I did this one TikTok, and it was like I was getting so many TikToks after that, just people supporting the writers and whatever. I'm like, why? Have you
And so,
seen that?
yeah, exactly. And then so I posted my tweet And immediately, and this was like a person that I had like talked to before in the past,
Mhm.
and we were like, fine or whatever. And she's like, well, Barcode with did a great job. I'm like, this isn't about Barcode's performance. Like, this isn't about his acting skills. This is
Yeah.
about him being in a situation where he's in danger.
Yeah.
Like, that's what this is about. And like when they just went back and forth. I was like,
A lot of
you can
people just
like,
don't read
and I was
properly
just like, you
what's written on
can,
the page.
yeah, that's another thing. I was like, you can unfollow me. Like, you can do whatever you want. You don't have to listen to this. Like, or you don't have to read this if you really don't want to. You can mute these tweets.
Yeah.
And then that's when I really realized that I was like, okay, like I can't just go around like, and because it's kind of hard, right? Because it's like I want to say things, but then like you get a lot of people talking back at you that don't know you. And while I can take it, while I'm very much an adult, but I also don't want to spend my time like reading that stuff either, because it's
Yeah.
just draining. It's just mentally exhausting. And
I don't know.
so,
I just mute the conversation. I still let it out because I can't. I rarely post anything related to anything that's going on in the BL world or anything related to that, just because it's a waste of time for me. Most of them are younger than me. I'm not gonna be online
yeah.
answering them, and because I think that we should still talk about it, but also at some point I'm just like, you know what? I'm gonna mute all of this because I don't get it, obviously.
So it's just so now I've kind of got into the habit of like just not saying certain things
Mm.
or just like being really careful about what I tweet out because like it can get taken out of context. And for me, people like they will just retweet me. Like it doesn't
Yeah.
matter what I said. Like they'll just retweet me and like take it as like, and they'll, and it's just like I was like, you know what? Like let's just avoid all the real bad drama and let's just not say everything. So it's just like it's just one of those things that it's kind of like I wish I could really say like all because before I was, before I did the YouTube and before, I have the
Mm.
podcast, nobody cared what I said. Like I could just say whatever and then it'd be fine. I could do all my thirst tweets and I could do like all my, opinions about like what I feel needs to be fixed. And just have it be that. And like some people would agree with me and some people wouldn't, and it wouldn't be that big of a deal. Now people will literally just like retweet everything. So I'm just like, okay, well.
I mean, I'm not that big on Twitter or any other platform for that matter. But I think I'm just like that, even in real life. If I have an opinion on something, people can talk to me about it and we can still have a normal exchange. I say it, and if I see that I'm wrong or someone shows me, hey, you're wrong because that and that, it's fine. Then I can totally change my mind. But if I'm right, then I'm right. And that's staying, then I'm still right. And this opinion's going to stay here.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
may take a tiny bit, but then I'm gone.
Yeah, I think it's just one of the things that I kind of learned the hard way, I guess. I'm not really necessarily the hard way. I just kind of learned like, oh, I really can't say everything. So it's just, but group chats exist and
Circle.
So yeah. Good. And circles, like, oh my god, circles is such a godsend to me. Let me tell you. I could just spat out my mouth then.
I don't really use it.
Huh?
I don't really use Circle. I just don't have anything to post that I wouldn't post for everyone else to see. I mean, I just mainly post shirtless man. I don't know. I think everybody should see that.
I agree with you.
So I just thought.
Yeah, because the post like when we were going to go live was like Luke. I was like, okay.
I mean, I need attention, and that's how you get attention.
That's
the marketing person inside of me talking.
All right. Okay. So I don't know. The thing is, I did find this recipe
Oh
on
yeah.
Pinterest, but then I didn't. But then life happened, and I didn't get the tequila. So I was just like, maybe not. And it's also like 8 a.m. where I am, so
Yeah.
maybe
I
that's
mean,
not.
I suggested an Thai iced tea. I actually have everything here already to
So
make it.
so what I'm actually gonna make is just a very classic BL drink, because I have the syrup.
Yeah.
Is pink milk. Yay.
I still need to find this one.
This
Yeah, the syrup, because I haven't seen it in our Asian markets, but I think we have a Thai market somewhere. I just need to check it out.
oh
Like,
but I
where
found
I don't
yeah.
really live in a small city, but the Asian community here isn't that big. So,
Oh,
yeah.
I live around a lot of like the Asian communities. However, I went way beyond my like zip code to get this.
Damn.
There's actually a borough in Greater Los Angeles called
Yeah.
Thai Town. And
Oh,
so they have a Thai market. And so that's how I found this.
oh my God. I watched Perth YouTube video where he made it, and I thought, yeah, I'm gonna save this one for something. I know that I told you that I wanted to do a sodas review, but then the series, I won't be that nice to it, so I decided to maybe skip it.
Yeah, probably for the best. People are very protective of that show. Not that it's a good show. Like, by the way, it's not like a good show.
No, I have a few things that I like. I like the idea of the plot. I just did not like how it, in the end, it turned out to be. Just
Yeah.
so.
I mean, like the idea was good and they did what they could like for 2016, but like it's just we gotta let it go, guys. We gotta find some new classics here, okay? Like let's just all collectively agree. I'm gonna get canceled for that. I already know. I can already feel it. Anyway, it doesn't matter.
Wait, I
Probably,
have to charge my phone a little bit. Otherwise, I'm gonna be gone in a few minutes.
oh
Okay.
no,
I'm
we don't
sorry
want
that
that.
the audio is now not gonna be that good.
Oh, it's
Sorry for
okay.
that. Oh my
It's all
God.
right. It's live. I can't fix it. Uh, so
By the way, I don't know if you guys can see it. Like, I have this pictures of the elves in here, and
yeah.
the whole wall full of the elves that I watched. I'm gonna add some
I
more, but
I haven't. My office is my living room. I can't add anything over here. You wouldn't be able to see it.
I mean, I
Um,
have a small apartment, like a studio apartment, and I'm really bad at decorating things. So I just do whatever I want, and people are used to me being all chaotic and stuff. So I just do it, and then I take it out if I don't like it anymore.
Listen, chaos is the name of the game here on the Mana Reads channel. You don't have to worry about that. I think my reactions are pretty chaotic sometimes. I don't know. It just depends on the series.
Look, the day that I have my 1,000 followers and my 4,000 watch hours, I'm gonna do a reaction video, and everybody can pick one series that I should react to. So it's out there. But
It's
since
out there, guys. Let's do this. Let's do this. I actually
by
just hit.
tomorrow, of course.
I actually just hit like my first like 1,000 watch hours.
Oh damn! I have like 8.
And I was like, yes, let's go.
We're getting close.
We're getting there, guys. Now, if only I could get like 500 subscribers at the same time, or 1,000 subscribers at the same time, that would be great.
I recommend that you start posting any TikToks or shorts about Love in the Air, because my Love in the Air short just hit.
Oh my god! So funny story.
I'm
Is that
gonna be right back. Let me just get the ice
okay.
cubes, because otherwise I'm gonna
Oh yeah, like,
forget about
actually
it.
we're gonna be back because I'm gonna get the cup and stuff for the drink. But oh well, wait. Actually, I'll wait for a bit. I'll tell my story. So
Alright.
I was watching Love in the Air,
Yeah.
it's an entertaining series. I have some. It's an entertaining series, and so like everybody was going crazy about the NC scene,
Yeah.
and so I was just like, so then I was just like, oh, okay, I'll just like post like a little like 40-second, like it was, I don't even know how long the clip was, and like just put some music over it, and then I like did like a mirror effect on the video. It was like, okay, it's good to go. Like I didn't even like describe it. I was just like, all right, it's fine. It's just
Yeah.
that one stupid video got like 8,000 views. I was just like, y'all need to chill. I don't do this every day, okay? Y'all need to chill. And I got like 6 followers, like
Yeah.
just on that video. It was just like, okay,
Too much
y'all need
pressure.
to. It was so much like y'all don't understand. Like I like my videos getting successful, like I obviously we as creators we like when we see our videos do well, but it also makes me panic when I see them get like 8,000 views in like 2 minutes. I'm like, because then it's just like I don't do this every day. Like y'all
Yeah.
are gonna leave if I don't do this every day. But like I don't like this is not something that I do every day.
I mean, when I started posting on TikTok more about BLs, it was just fine whenever I posted just a tiny bit of the scenes, and I would get so many views, and it was so much fun because I was like, oh, at least now I can focus on a series, but also remember the parts that I thought was funny or cute or whatever, and post them. I would get views and I would get followers. And now every time I do that, they don't even get 50 views. But every time I post, I don't know, I think that last time it was the Force, Jimmy, and Ohm. They were like in the pool. It was just a story. It was 5 seconds with a stupid sound, and it got 10,000 views. Like, really? You just want me to post Shirtless Man again?
Like really? I mean, because like that's really what it. Because
I
I think
try to make edits. It doesn't work out. I try to do reviews, and sometimes it does well. Most of the time, it doesn't. And then I just repost that damn story, and I get my views and followers. Like, okay, you're welcome, I guess. As if not all of us have Instagram and are following them, but okay.
like I think like for us, and I don't know, I guess maybe for me is that I work a lot for my videos. Like I put a lot of effort in. Like it doesn't matter what it is. Like I just put in effort. And then I'll just post like I think one of the before that I had posted like just a picture of like of Noah and Mean. Like they were like I don't
Yeah.
know. But yeah, it was like, and that guy, and I just posted and I put like, just slapped some words on it and I just like slapped some like filter, just
Yeah.
like, the bare minimum. It took me like all of 5 seconds. 3,000 views. I'm like, why do I try? Okay.
Yeah.
it's just one of those things where I think like as a creator, like we want the ones that we like spend a lot of time on, we spend a lot of effort on to be the ones that are going to be successful or the ones that are going to be like that are going to launch us, and then it ends up being like the ones where it's just like the least amount of effort and it took like 5 minutes.
I mean, I keep trying to tell myself, just do your reviews and just keep it up. Don't delete it or anything. It's going to get views at some point, at some point in the future, at some point. But it's so exhausting because I try to write down some thoughts and then I usually don't do that. And then okay, in 1 minute, I want to do this review. And then I was doing that and I'm like, okay, but not for 100 views because I was sitting here before I go to work and just doing that. And then I still had to rush to work and for nothing. And then I post some stupid videos with Shirtless Man, and you're like, yeah, that's the thing. That's all we want. That's exhausting. I guess, but also, no.
I mean, it is what it is, right?
Yeah.
I think for us, it's more just about still doing what we want to do and like not trying to not get frustrated by the process.
Yeah. It's hard
you know,
sometimes.
huh?
It's
I
hard
mean,
sometimes to not get
yeah,
frustrated.
I mean, it is hard a lot of the time. Like, let's like be honest. I
Yeah.
think, but I think for me, and I think maybe for you too, it's like eventually it's gonna. I think when I listen to other podcasters and other YouTube creators that have like done this for a while, they always say like, yeah, it's nice when you go viral, but that doesn't happen to everybody.
Yeah,
Most of
that's
us
true.
have to grind, and so it's
Mhm.
just like knowing that, and like just like knowing that like it's gonna maybe get views, like it's
Mhm.
gonna be okay, like just to like and like really just kind of like live your life like like not just like about YouTube or not just about TikTok, but just really live your life too outside of that really
Yeah.
helps. Because I know for me too, like especially when I do reactions that have taken me like 30 minutes, well, like an hour or two to actually edit and get it down to like the right size and like get it down so it won't get copyright strike. Anyway, it's just like just kind of doing those things, and then if the reaction doesn't do well, then I get disappointed,
Yeah.
because it's like I spent time. So, like, for example, my reaction to Falcon Rock, the first episode didn't do well at all. Like,
Mhm.
it got like no hits the first 2 days, and I was just
Yeah.
like, "Oh my god!" Like, I spent 2 hours like editing it, making
Yeah.
sure that it was like perfect to view, and like nobody saw this. I mean, people saw it now. People like, but it took like literally, it took like, because like you see when you go into your YouTube studio,
Mhm.
it literally took 5 days or like a week for it to get like 200 views, and I'm
Yeah.
like, okay. So, and that's that's the thing that you have to kind of like. It sucks, like, I'm not gonna lie, like, it's one of those things where it's just, like, you have to kind of be like, "Okay, well, it's okay if it took this long to get views, like, it's okay, like, don't look at your numbers all the time, like, it's gonna be fine, like, you can do this," and, with it's just, like, it gets hard, like, when you first see the
Mhm.
analytics for the first, like, 2 days, you're just like, "Okay."
Yeah.
And especially that surprising for Falcon Rock because I thought it was gonna get a lot of views because it was a lot of sex. Like it was a lot of like NC scenes. And like, Joy is asking, do you have a channel, Pam, or only Twitter? She has a channel.
Oh, I have a YouTube channel. I have literally everything I think at this point. So YouTube and Twitter and also TikTok and Instagram.
She's
Yeah.
everywhere. I'll be posting all her stuff. I think I did try, but I'm not sure if it's in the
Oh, no
description.
worries.
But I will definitely do that when the replay happens. Um, so that way people can find you. Uh,
I mean, I
and but
made so many posts at some point today, that we're going live. Sorry if you woke up to me tagging you in every post.
it's okay. A lot of people watch the lives like on replay, so
Yeah.
uh,
I mean, Mean and Rossi saw my story, so that's a win.
my trio were like just blasting it all over. So I was like, all right,
Yeah, so
cool.
they
Thanks, Main
reposted it too, and I'm like, okay, that's good
Trio.
enough.
Yeah,
And now we're not
exactly.
even talking that much about them. We should go back to the main topic.
We should. But I thought we did a pretty good job discussing it. I mean, it was a short series, and I wanted it to be
Yeah, it
longer.
truly is.
I really wanted it to be longer. I want a whole series of that show because I think it'd be like really fascinating to just see like the whole story and to see like just the gaps I think that were
Mm.
missed because
Do
they
you
did
think they
like.
can start something similar to a GoFundMe? Or,
I thought that they would have at one point because
Mm,
like they deserve the money. Like it would
yeah.
like I mean, I don't really like a lot of companies. But Mind Trio is always the one where I'm just like, if I could, I would literally give you all the money because like they do things that are way that are different. Like
Mm,
and they do things in a way that I enjoy. They have like plot driven series that I like. And they just do things really well. And even with the budget that they have, which is not a lot, like they do really good work. Like Calculating Love that they did was really good. Like it was only 6 episodes too, and it was a university setting, but it was, I don't know, it was just something that was different because they used math. You
I
know?
mean, I think yeah. On Cloud9 was my first series from this company. So if you can recommend any other series that they made, I'm up to it.
Yeah, just go on their channel and they have like the one series that I think that got them the most attention was Calculating Love.
Hmm.
There was supposed to be a sequel. I'm still kind of hoping that they get to make that. But yeah, Calculating Love was one of their first series that I saw, and it was really good. And they used math,
I
which
hate
was
math.
great. Yeah, I hate math too, but they did it in a way where it was like really interesting.
Yeah.
They tied it into the story about like love and stuff, and like a different
Okay.
kind of like love language.
Then I'm gonna watch this one next. You said it's a short one again, right?
Yeah, it's only 6 episodes, so
Okay, fine.
you get
That's a
through
good
it.
binge.
Yeah, I don't really binge watch a lot of shows.
Oh, I do.
It's
Like
because
I only need 6 hours of sleep and then I'm fine. 7 is my max. Everything that's more than that, I will be feeling horrible the whole day. So I've always binge watched almost everything that I watched. Even when I wasn't watching K-dramas and BLs, I was binge watching stuff. Yeah, I'm quite addicted to watching series.
I I get no sleep, so it's really. I mean, because like I think I mentioned this to like in my reactions too. It's like I work like full time.
Mm,
And so like I can only really do reactions during certain parts of the day.
yeah,
And so it's either really early in the morning. So like waking up at like 5 a.m. to like get ready and to like to
5
film
a.m.
it.
I'm still
And
awake until 5 a.m. and then I go to sleep.
and then and then go to work. And then sometimes like depending on how much I was able to film in the morning, I can edit it. I can edit a section at lunch. I mean, this
Mm,
is all very like behind the scenes. And sorry, I'm going through the steps. Um, but and then at lunch, I tend to edit or maybe film a little bit more, and
mm.
then I don't get out until 6 p.m. now. So then it's either to film the last section or just to like edit it all together and then post it up on YouTube.
That's
And
impressive.
And then it's like, and then after that, it's already like 8 or 9 o'clock, sometimes 10 p.m. And then like I relax afterwards. And so like I'll watch something on YouTube for myself, or like I'll watch like right now I'm into a lot of K-pop stuff. So I've just been watching a lot of like K-pop variety content. That's been entertaining. That's been kind of like my break. And so by the time it's like and so by the time I finish with that, it's already like 12, 1 in the morning. And
Yeah.
so I'm like, okay, well, I guess I should sleep. Yeah, so I really don't sleep. Like I really
Yeah.
don't know how to sleep. I don't remember how to sleep anymore, but I definitely am not able to binge because well, I do reactions, so I have to watch the episode
Yeah.
after it's airing. Um, yeah, so I just I don't know how I'm awake most of the time because like
Yeah, I mean, I cannot imagine me doing that much reactions as you do. It's a lot. Every time I go online, you post something new, and I'm struggling to post once a week. Um, I was thinking about doing a new review tomorrow, and I'm like, wow, that's a lot of work, and I just burnt my hands, and I don't know, and then I still have to edit all of it. That's a lot of work.
and I don't, it's because like when I started the YouTube channel, like as I had already done the BL Can't Save You podcast for about a year.
Hmm.
And so I was already kind of like thinking that this was going to be permanent because I was already, you know, doing something else that
Yeah.
related to BL. And so I had wanted to do the channel for a while. And originally, like I had wanted to do like a YouTube channel for the podcast. Joy wants to know, is your hand okay? Because you burnt.
Yeah, I'm just really clumsy. I don't know if you can see it's just here a tiny bit and on the fingers.
Oh my
It's
god.
it's normal for me now. Like my hands are used to it. I'm used to it.
Okay. So
Thanks for
I had
asking.
done the podcast for a
Hmm.
year, and so I had wanted to do a channel with the podcast, but that didn't really work out for reasons. And so then I was just decided, okay, well, I'm going to do my own podcast. Like I'm going to do my own YouTube channel.
Hmm.
And it was very different from the beginning. In the beginning, I wanted to focus more on BL novels and like manhwa and like that kind of stuff because I'm really passionate about it. Like I really enjoy reading anime. Like I
Yeah.
really enjoy A Thousand Autumns. I really enjoy like Heaven's Official Blessing. And so what I was doing is I was reading it. Like I was reading it like on my channel. I
Yeah.
was reading chapters and I was in costume. Like I was like I did.
You're cosplaying.
Yeah, I did it in cosplay. Like I bought the outfits. I still have them
Oh
in
my
my
God.
closet.
That's
Yeah.
so cool.
Yeah. So I was doing that. And I would do that every day. Like not every day, but like every like Wednesday and Thursday. I mean, I had a better schedule at work too, so it was like a lot easier.
Hmm.
And so like it wasn't one, and those costumes were hot, by the way.
Yeah.
Anyway, um, yeah, so I was doing that, and then like, and I was getting like not that very many views, but it was okay because I was doing what I wanted to do, and I was just like, well, maybe it's because I'm just doing. Thank you, Joy. Thank you for thinking the costumes are cool. I kind of feel bad that they're just hanging in my closet now. I would need to find a reason to wear them again, but like um, but yeah, so I was doing that in costumes, and then um, and like well, it was like okay, like I was trying to be a booktuber, which was very hard. But you know, like this is like okay, like this is the niche that I'm picking, you know,
Hmm.
and I wanted to stick to it. But then one of my friends on Twitter was like, the her big thing was that Gap was coming out soon. And so they're like, "Oh, you should do a reaction of that." I'm like, "But I've never done it before and I don't want to," because I was just like, I just didn't think like I was entertaining enough for that. I mean, basically, I
Hmm.
didn't think I was entertaining enough to read books, but people were liking it. So, granted, it was a small group of people, but they were still liking it. Um,
People
and
watching
so,
is still people watching, so doesn't
yeah,
matter how many.
yeah, exactly. So I was like, okay, I was pretty happy with where I was going, you know, like with the channel. And then and yeah, and so she was like, "Oh, you should do a reaction to this trailer." I'm like, "But I don't do reactions." And then I said, "But you should just do it. You should just try it. You should just try it." I was just
Yeah.
like, "Okay." And so they did it. The first one is Gap. It was terrible. Like I didn't think I did a very good job at all. Like because then like before I figured out my Wi-Fi situation, it would freeze. Like it was just so bad. Like it was just so bad. But that got like 600 views, which is like the most views I'd ever gotten in a video. And I was just like, okay, sure. Like maybe I shouldn't do and then I wasn't doing full series too because I was still kind of like nervous about it and like still
Mhm.
didn't like still was like, well, but it's just my face. Like, you know? And so then I just started doing like trailers. So I
Yeah.
started doing just like trailer reactions and like seeing how that went. And it was like, okay, like I was like, I think I could do this. Like, I think I'm getting better at them, you know,
Mm.
and I'm getting better at editing. And so, yeah. And so I think, and then my first reaction was Dear Doctor. I still need to go back to doing that. I feel bad because like I was doing it. No, because I was doing it from like episode 1 to like 7. And so I was just like, I just need to finish it. But like, because I do want to. And that series was really good. And it also
I
made
really
me
enjoyed
cry.
it.
And it also made me cry. So I was just like, okay, well, I'm just gonna, but I really need to go back to finish it because like, I mean, I know it's been a long time, but I mean, people were really watching those. And then I really enjoyed reacting to it moreover than anything else. So I was
Mm.
like, I really need to go back and finish those. But then I got just like started doing everything else. Like, you know, and so it just kind of like I needed to let something go. Like,
Yeah.
I think my friends taught me, and I learned this the hard way too, is that I'm the kind of person that when I decide to do something, I do it. And then I don't just do it like as a hobby. Like I really, really do it. And so I think like I didn't know how to balance things in the beginning. And
Mm.
so I got super burned out. I was like, I don't think I can do this. Like, because
Yeah.
I'm exhausted all the time. I mean, I'm still tired, but it's not like the level of exhaustion I was at the beginning. And then somebody was like, "Well, you could take a break. Like, you could just like,
Something really
um,
good just happened. You can actually take a break.
yeah." I was just like, "Oh my god, I could!" Like, because
I didn't know that. That's so new to
I
me.
totally didn't know that. I mean, it sounds really silly, right? But sometimes I think like you need somebody else to tell you, like,
Yeah, no.
yeah. And thankfully, I have a lot of people in my circle, like just in my circle of friends, that will tell me, like, "Hey, you're doing too much. Like, you need
Yeah.
to like step back. Like, it's okay." And so before I would not before I kind of I would not be willing to let go of series. Like once I started, I would just have to do it because
Mm.
I had already started. But then I was just like it was too editing and the videos takes a lot of time
Yeah.
and work. And plus I don't have a lot of actual time. Like I need to schedule this out, I need to schedule things. And so then I was like, you know what? I have to let some things go because there's
Mm.
no way for me to continue this pace. Like, it's like impossible, really. And
Yeah.
I'm just getting really tired, like really tired. And my earphones are fine. See, I need to buy new ones, but I can't.
You really need new ones.
I know, but I can't. I haven't found the ones I liked yet. Like, and they're all too expensive for like no reason.
Look, if it was like 8 p.m. for you, I would say, okay, let's make a drinking game out of it. Every time your earphones fall out, we have to drink one. We would win.
Oh, no, that would be bad. I would get people like alcohol poisoning. The same
Yeah,
way as
probably.
like when I posted the challenge, I don't think anybody did it, which was good. At least I
Oh,
didn't
which
send them.
challenge?
There was like one episode where I like it was for Love at 9, where I was getting really frustrated with like Pi and like them, and I just was like said every other F word I could, and I was like, I dare you to drink every time I say the F word. And then I was like, don't, because you'll end up in the hospital.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so that's why I'm trying not to cuss so much, but it just doesn't matter. I set my channel to like mature settings, so I'm just
Yeah.
like, so that's why I don't get dinged. Cause like I don't know if you knew this, but like, or maybe you did because you're smart.
Oh, thank you.
Look, on YouTube, like there's a certain amount of like curse words you can say before you like get in trouble with like the board or whatever. But but I guess this is like if you have like a kid setting or if you
Mhm.
like but if you set your setting to like mature, you don't have any limit. Like you could curse
Yeah.
or whatever. So that's why I set it to that way because I knew I was just like, I'm just gonna start cursing in one of my videos. Like I just know this about myself. So there you go. And then I don't have any problems because I would assume that if I didn't, I would get just dinged for every word.
I mean, I did that too. I think this was one of the first things that I did because I just know the way that I am. I don't usually pay attention to what I'm saying. I just start talking and they're like, oh, damn, I shouldn't have said that. Kids could be watching. But yeah, I don't want to have kids watching my stuff. Then I have to be way
Yeah.
too careful.
Yeah, and also I can't have kids watching my stuff. Like people have sex in these series, so I can't like
I
you
mean,
know.
I'm not their parents. I know I'm a babysitter, but I'm not going to be babysitting online kids. They're
Yeah,
exhausting.
exactly. So I don't have time for that. So I was just
Yeah,
like, I'm just gonna set this to like the
yeah.
most settings I could set it to, not worry about it, because like, and then also like YouTube makes you worry about other stuff, like about like how much nudity you show. I'm just like,
I mean, I just have a lot of knives sometimes on the screen, but it's fine. I think they can handle it. I'm not trying to kill anyone.
yeah, I don't know. I'm just like, I'm just like, well, but sometimes I just let it all play out because I'm like,
Yeah.
whatever.
Let's do the
Cause then
drinks.
what?
That's
You
our
want to make our
drink.
drinks? Okay.
Yeah.
I need to get ice. Pam, can entertain them while
All
I
right.
go get the
The funny thing
ingredients.
is, I have no idea if anyone is watching, who is
They are.
watching.
There's a two like live viewers and Joy is watching.
Oh, cool. I don't. Ah, now I can see the comments. Lol. So, how are you guys doing? Oh my God, I look terrible. What the fuck is that? So, I'm currently watching, let me take a 180 degrees. Are you guys watching that? Do you like that? Because I feel like a lot of people have been hating on it because it's a lot of talk and not much happening. I mean, it's 3 people in total that we get to see the whole time. So, well, I cannot wait to make this drink, to be honest. I don't look, I have everything prepared as usual, but I'm such a mess. I already spilled the condensed milk somewhere in the kitchen, and I almost cut myself when I was opening all the cans. It's feel like my first live on TikTok, where I was just talking to myself. But also, I always talk to myself, so. So Mana said there are 2 people, but I only see 1 person.
Oh, it's
Did you
okay.
get your eyes?
Yeah, it's okay. I got my ice, and I just need to make sure that this is milk because sometimes we put things in like random containers, and I'm like, I'm not sure. I
I
think it
mean,
is.
I hope my eyes are still okay. Kind of started melting.
It's milk. Okay. I was just like, let me check. All right. So do you want to go first? I think you should go first.
I should go first. All
Yeah.
right. So, I mean, we need a lot of ice. We should have used crushed ice, but I have a really small fridge. I'm not getting this big ass bags of crushed ice. So, a lot of ice. It's not a lot yet, but it's cold. So, oh my God, that's okay. Look, it's so cute. Look at that tiny pineapples.
Oh, that is cute.
Yeah. Are they really pineapples? Yeah, they are. All right. And then what you really need for Thai iced coffee, not coffee, tea, is really strong brewed black tea. I actually bought the original Thai iced tea mix, and
Oh,
it's a huge box. Now I have Thai tea for years, I think. Okay, let's fill it up. Oh, not too much. Then we have to add condensed milk. I never tried this one. Mix it well. Let me add a spoon. It was supposed. It doesn't look as cool as the pictures, to be honest. And my favorite thing ever, I'm quite addicted to it, it's sweetened condensed milk. And then I think we need 2 spoons. I'm going to put a little bit more because the black tea is really, really strong. So it's kind of bitter. Was my mistake though. So, and I think that's it actually.
we have to mix it so we can see the.
Yeah. And here we go. I read that they drink it all the time. You can even drink it hot. I should try
Really?
it though. Yeah, like you can have it hot or cold. And they drink it a lot, but it usually looks a little bit more orange. I don't know why mine isn't orange. So here we go with all the fails when it comes to recipes. You never know what you did wrong until you try again.
Maybe I don't know. Maybe you didn't add enough.
I mean, in the end, it's just iced tea with milk. So
Yeah. Okay, so mine's gonna be boring
that's
because
nice.
I didn't have condensed milk, so I'm just using milk. Whatever. You don't have to use condensed milk. All right.
No.
So I got this lovely pink syrup from the Thai store.
Have you made this drink before, by the way? The
Yes.
pink one? Yes.
I'm not a total newbie. I bought it specifically because I wanted to try it after I saw Perth's video. And,
Yeah.
And I went to Thai Town thinking that I could actually buy it from like a vendor, but they didn't have any. Like they were just like, I was like, how could you not all make? And I thought the Thai restaurants there would have pink milk on the menu, but they don't. I'm like, what is this? What am I here for? Anyway, so I found the syrup. And like the smell is like it hits you right away. I don't even know. It's like bubble gum. But
I mean, I remember Perth's video, and he said that the smell isn't really good, also not really bad. You just shouldn't smell it all the time because then you wouldn't drink it.
Yeah, it's just syrup. It's just syrup, but it has like a smell to it.
Yeah.
Anyway, so let's just open that up. I don't know where you could find this. I think some people bought it on Amazon. I think some people are lucky and live in areas with like Asian markets, but it's actually hard to find. Like it's not like readily available.
I mean, I think I'm just gonna order it on Amazon, and then I'm gonna do a drink special, Thai drink special.
So you put milk in. I'm just gonna put in a little bit, or maybe a lot bit. I don't know. This milk has ice in it too. Are you sure? All right. So there. This is the first time I've ever attempted to do this. This is not my jam. Okay. And so then what you do is you pour this in. But so Perth only put a little bit in because it's really sweet. And so, but I guess if I'm gonna make this as pink as possible for y'all, so usually what I would do is I would just get the spoon, but I guess today we're gonna not do the spoon.
I mean, you can use the spoon. I don't mind.
But because if I use a spoon, it's not gonna be pigmented enough.
Well, if it doesn't taste good, it's not our fault.
I know. Oh, God. You know what?
You still
No,
have to drink it though.
Huh?
You still have
I
to
know.
drink it.
All right, I'm just gonna use a spoon because it's a lot. All right, so you put a spoonful. You put a spoonful of this, and then so this is a little. It's actually a little pinker than what I drink when I make this for myself, but it's okay. It's still. I will still be able to drink this.
I'm excited to see it.
It's very pink. The ones I usually make for myself are not that pink. It's only kind of a light pink, like kind of barely noticeable because this is like it's this.
I want to do this one too. I think I'll have to water it right away, the syrup.
And the taste is like I still can't describe it. I've had it more than once.
I mean, mine is likely just really tea with milk. That's the taste of it. Like if you go to get bubble tea and then you just order Thai milk without bubble like boba,
Without the boba.
yeah, then that's what you get. And I'm pretty sure I know now my mistake.
So I think it'll be different if you add condensed milk
Mm,
because it'll probably be a lot sweeter.
yeah.
Because this is just kind of like chocolate milk that you would mix, except it's not. It doesn't. So it's like chocolate milk in the fact that you just pour the syrup into like the milk. But like if you use the condensed milk, it'll probably be a lot sweeter than like it'll probably be like the more closer to the original like pink milk because it'll have like the condensed, and it might be way more like well you can't really see it on camera, but for me it's really pink.
I really hope I get to go to Thailand at some point. Maybe next year or the other next year. I don't know. Need to check my bank account. Because I really want to try all those things. I mean, I'm making them at home and it's all fine and fun and everything, but I still don't know if they really taste like that.
Yeah.
I mean, so I would really like to know, like, was it even close to the original taste? Was it totally off? I don't know. So
Yeah, it's probably the ones I make is probably not to the original at all because I don't
not
add
authentic.
well, no, it's not because it's like from a well, I mean they use the same bottle, but like I don't use condensed milk. Like, and
Yeah.
I think if I did use it, it'd be like a lot closer, and you would also see more pigment probably. But
I mean, now that I have the condensed milk and everything, I think I should just do a video with Thai drinks and then that's how I can use it. This is a lot. Like I still have to. Oh my god.
You still have to find the thing to use. Okay, so there's another fun thing because I also sometimes buy merch and I unbox it. So I did get some stuff from my friend Soju Nights who makes stickers. They make BL stickers and they make K-drama stickers. They made this shirt that says never repent, stay nasty.
All right.
They make also other things. So you should check out Soju Nights. She has a website, sojunights.com, where you can get your stickers. But I kind of went crazy on the site because like I had wanted like a bunch of stuff. And so I had gotten like a bunch of stuff.
I think you have to put it close on the camera. I have no idea what you showed.
Oh. No. That's this.
Oh, now I can see it. Yeah.
So it's just a bunch of. This was actually like K-pop edition, but.
I mean, I don't usually buy merch. I thought about buying the cute hat from Vice Versa.
The bucket hat?
Yeah, the bucket hat. But yeah, I don't know. I already bought like the 2 shirts from Daniel's Him and Her shop. And it's so expensive.
Still need to look at that stuff. Yeah, I've been assuming that it's expensive. So this is my own fluke.
Oh, that's cute.
I have a whole sheet of these, so not this one, not just this one. So people, I mean, yes, I am into Fluke and they're like the loves of my life, but I also have an obsession with other people. Just so y'all think I'm not a one-trick pony. Uh,
Omflug hardcore fan.
I have Boone and Prem.
So are you excited for the new series in November?
The fact that 4 of my babies are gonna be in it, I'm like, ah. And of course, I'm gonna react to it because, like,
Yeah. I mean,
like
did you
coming in
like
November.
Even Sun? I still haven't watched it. I dropped it after 1 episode, to be honest. Even Sun.
Kim's son?
Even Sun. Was it
Oh,
Even Sun?
Yeah, it was Even Sun. I started reacting to it, and that's another one that I need to finish doing. Yeah, I need to finish that. I think maybe at one point I will do like a season of like the BLs that I need to finish. and then that'll be the thing that I do. But this is Cinema from 80s. They have like the pirate costume.
Which one is that? Sorry, I didn't.
Oh, sorry. This is Cinema
Oh,
from
yeah,
80s.
yeah.
They have a pirate theme because they're pirates. Listen, I can't explain it to you. It's really silly. And it makes me sound more of a crazy person than I am. So we're just gonna skip those explanations.
I mean, when it comes to K-pop, I listen to it. But like one of my friends, I think we still have our TikTok account where we do a lot of K-pop stuff. She is really obsessed with K-pop. And how do I phrase it? I cannot get into the same level as obsession with her. I just can't. I tried. And I mean, I've seen Wonho live. I went to a K-pop festival and I like seeing them live. I enjoy the music, but I don't watch V lives. I don't care about everything else. I enjoy the new music, enjoy the new stuff, but I'm not counting down the days until the news come back. Most of the time I keep forgetting who is who in the group. So I love 80s. I love them. Still haven't heard their latest song, so I tried to be this hardcore K-pop fan, but I can't.
It's okay. I think it's just my personality. Like I said, like once I find something that I'm passionate about, I just go in because that's just who I am as a person.
I mean, it's fair enough, but I don't know why, but I can't do this with music. I've never had any group that I was that passionate about. I've never been a boy group girl, but I was a hardcore Twilight fan. I have pictures of my room and they are worse than any K-pop fan's room, so yeah.
We all have our thing, and that's okay. But this is semantic error.
Oh, I love this one. This series was so nice.
I love the series. Oh, so good. I literally was like about them for like months. And
Yeah.
I would I would spam my GC with like just them. Just like any fucking crumb I could find. I would just post there. I still do it sometimes.
I mean,
but not as much.
Instead of buying merch, I decided that I like to have prints in my room. So I just made, I think right now I just have 2 prints that I made. One is with the Together quote, keep looking at me like that and I'll kiss you till you drop. Like as a big print. Yeah. And then also at the, it's Pete's tattoo, the no legacy is as rich as honesty. And then in the background, really faded, like you can't really see it, is the real picture with his tattoo on his hip. So I just do it myself because I'd rather have prints.
Yeah, I mean, those are nice. I'm not artistic like that, or I'm not artistic enough to like do that. But yeah, I like prints, but that's why I buy merch, so other people do it for me. And I got these Perth stickers too.
Perth, I love this man.
or Stuart as his English name is. His actual name is Stuart, and I didn't know that.
Me neither. When I heard it, I was like, really? Stuart? Like Stuart Little? Like, but I love him. It's so cute how he's always trying to, like, his YouTube channel is so much fun. He's always
Yeah,
trying to get us into the Thai world and Thai culture and language. And that's so much fun. I love him for that.
yeah, I love him for that too. He's so cute. He's such an adorable person, and I love him so much.
Same.
Yeah. Let's see what else. Let's see
But I
what.
really hope he gets a new series as the main lead because my engineer's gone.
Ah! Sorry.
Damn, damn.
It's because my other obsession. Like, cause I started with K-pop. I started with K-pop for like one group because I was like so. When I first heard about them, they were making such a big stink about them because of the way that they were dancing and what their stories were telling, like in their MVs. And so I just like I need to see this. I need to
Yes.
see this group and see like what all the hype is about, or like why people are so like or like so negatively talking about this group. I was like, they can't really be like that bad. And so the first music video I saw was called Libido.
Oh, I know
And
this one.
yeah. And so I was just like, I saw the music video and I saw their other, like, I was just like, they're doing this in K-pop? Like, they're letting them? Because it's like, because it was so different and it was just so in your face. And it was just like, so kind of like, oh, they really don't allow this stuff in Korea. Like they don't
Yeah.
really, it's not a thing there. And so to see a boy group kind of just go ahead and just do whatever and just do it, like, and not care, I was just like, all right, well, I'm gonna stand you for the rest of my life because, like, you know, it just spoke to me. And it wasn't just because of the BL stuff. It was just the fact that they were showing queer representation in a country that didn't really like people to, that, you can't really be yourself in. And they were just showing people being queer and people, being in like same sex couples and it not being a big deal and then just like being fun and like positive, and I'm just like, well, no one else is doing it like them. So I'm just going to stand them for the rest of my life. So I got these, actually surprised me. I didn't know these were coming. Only one.
Oh.
Okay. I really enjoy them. And so like, yeah, and so but I was just really only planning to like them. Like that was the only group that I was really planning to like, be a part of and like actually like be in the fandom or whatever. But because
And
of
now?
who I am and my personality, I was just like, oh, but I like ATs too. Like, and I just started, getting all their stuff and Stray Kids. And it's just like, and it just kind of got away from me.
I mean, it's fine. It's music, so you're
Yeah,
allowed.
I know, but it's just like, honestly, I was like you. I was like the person that liked songs and I liked, listening to the music or whatever. But I wasn't that like I didn't know who anybody was. I didn't know anything. Certainly didn't know their names. And then this group got me just to do the most for them I've ever done. I like voted for them for M Countdown. Like I went on the actual, like I created an actual like username to vote to like get them on this show. And like I've never done that before. I had never done that before in my life. And like to vote for their songs to be on M Countdown and just like who am I? Who is this person I'm turning into? And so,
That's a lot.
it's not that it's actually not that much, but like but you know, it's just something that I had never done before.
Yeah.
And to getting apps for these people because I wanted to see more of their content. And so like it's just crazy. Like
I mean, I started getting a lot into K-pop was because I think, well, 1 year or 2 years ago, maybe two, um, my ex and I, we had a really bad breakup. And my friend, who's a big ass K-pop fan, she came over to talk to me. And then she said, "So, do you want to cry or do you want to see hot guys?" And I'm not going to be crying. Here, show me the hot guys. And then she showed me Wonho and Monster X. And that was it. That was quite convincing to me. They spoke my love language.
I actually hadn't seen Monster X. I mean, I know who they are.
Yeah.
But I haven't, and I know who Wonho is, obviously. I like Wonho's music.
I really love this man. I mean, not only because he made me forget my ex like real quick, but also he's so funny. Like I went to his show here when he came like a few weeks ago, and I know a lot of people are just like, oh, he is just famous because of his body whatsoever. But I mean, that dude works so hard for that body. Let the
Yeah.
man show it. Like it's a lot of work, but also he is so funny. He's the cutest person ever. He was really funny on his live.
I also like Wonho, and not just for. I actually don't like his body. It's too much for me. But that's just
For me,
that's just
not.
my I mean, that's just my personal taste. Right? Like,
Yeah.
but I do like him as a person. Like,
Yeah.
I think. I mean, as far as what I've been able to see from, like, you know, just doing his variety content or just doing his like V lives or whatever, he really is just the softest person.
He really is. I
Like,
mean, he's a bunny with a six-pack.
I mean, honestly, like, I think, like, you know, and I remember he was doing this one variety where he was like wearing a dress and people were laughing. Like, you know, the other guys are laughing. He's like, why? This is just clothes. Like, it's just a dress. Yeah. I look good. Like something to that effect. And I was just like, yeah, it's just clothes. Like, it doesn't matter, you know. But I mean, it's just such a big dude in this dress. Like, it was kind of, and he was wearing a sun hat. I remember. But like, yeah, that's what I enjoy about him. It's just that the fact that he really doesn't care. And he like, and he's like really open about things. And he's just this very soft man in this very big, like, bodybuilder body.
I mean, she showed me him in Monster X because he was part of the group. And then he was just this tiny, skinny boy. I'm like, how? How did he turn into this muscular body? I don't know how to say.
I feel like, that I do, like, I knew he was in Monster X, so I've gone back and like checked out their songs like with him in the group. I mean, they're good. I actually do like Monster X. I like a lot of their songs, but like I don't know who any of them else are. Like I just know who Wonho is.
Yeah.
So like, even though like I've always like I said, I've always liked certain groups or songs from those groups, and I've just like would casually listen to them. But I wasn't only into like only one of, which was like last year, that I really was like, I'm going to start paying attention. And I was really only planning to pay attention to them. And then, you know, and that's how the floodgates opened. And so now I pay attention to too many people.
That's a lot of things. Like you watch BLs, and then you have K-pop, and you buy BL merch and K-pop merch.
I haven't bought BL merch in a long time.
That sounds just like a lot of work to me.
It's a lot of work though, because
for me it is. I was trying to keep up with the K-pop stuff because of my channel with my friend, and at some point it was so exhausting. I cannot handle it. I was like, that's too much. Why are they doing so much? Why is there another comeback? Why is there a Japanese comeback? Why? Their comeback is like last week.
For a lot of the stuff I don't get. Like I don't like understand why. it's just. I mean, really, I like members of groups and I will follow some of their stuff, but I don't because it can. I know it sounds like I do a lot, but I don't do as much as other people. Other people
Okay.
really like buy all their albums. Like if
Mm.
when they release an album, they release like separate versions of them. I don't have the money for that because those are expensive. Because
Yeah, they are.
it's not just the album; it's like the shipping alone is like too much money
Mm.
already. So I buy like one album, like from the group, and then then that's it, and I'm pretty happy with that. Um, and then like it just depends. Like I don't always buy. Well, though I think I've mentioned this before. The one group that I will splurge on, really, really splurge on, is only one of.
Yeah.
So like, so I do have most of my K-pop merch is related to them. So I bought like the so crazy. I bought the merchant the official like only one of like members kit. I bought that. It came with a cup. It was really nice. I bought that. And then I have Instinct Part 2, which is like the most recent album. But then they started releasing all their solos. And so currently, right now, I have KB solo, Junji solo, and I have Yujin solo. So I have 3 of the solo albums. Um, and then the plan is that I will buy the remaining 3.
So there's 6 people in the group?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Currently there is 6 people, yes. And so like I know that I'm gonna spend money on that. Like for sure, I know that's where that budget is going
Mm.
when they release all their albums. That's not the only one, but I did pre-order the Stray Kids like mini album coming out, so there's that too. So I the only, but I'm trying to spread it out so I don't spend it all at once. Because it's hard because they'll sometimes release like things the same time, like at the same time. Whereas it's like, Stray Kids will release like their mini album and then ATEEZ will release their album. And it's just like, guys, come on here. Let's just space it out, please.
I mean, I thought about buying at least one whole album because I'm really a big fan. I really enjoy his music, but he's now having another comeback. I'm like, come on! I was just ready to buy
Well, you
the.
didn't buy his new album.
I'm gonna think about it. I'm gonna
I
think about
mean,
it.
like instead of buying the album you were gonna buy, like don't buy that one and just buy his newest one, and then you'll just be
Yeah,
like, and
I'll
then you'll just
probably
be like,
not do it.
I.
Just every time that I think about it, I'm like, so I'm gonna buy an album. I
Mhm.
haven't, like, I cannot even listen to the music because it's a CD. Where am I gonna? So
Nobody buys the albums to listen to the
yeah,
album.
but that's the whole thing. That's why I'm like, yeah, I don't want to do that because if I just want to have it on my shelf, then I'd rather buy a photo book. But they're so expensive.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like
And I
they
don't
do
know how to
have.
explain to people when they come to my place and there's a one whole photo book. Like a one whole photo book is really that's half born. That man is shirtless almost all the time.
Well,
Yeah.
shirts are hard. But yeah, the reason why I like the albums too is because they come with a photo book.
Mm.
Here, actually, okay, because you haven't seen this, and I don't
No.
care if all the others have seen it, but I'm gonna show you my only one of album.
Go for it.
Okay, I'll be right back. I need you to see this.
All right. I mean, I sorry if I don't get as excited as you.
Okay,
All right.
this is it. I haven't. I don't know if I did this on a live. I don't think I did, but
Unpacking. Like,
no, I've done unboxings before, but I don't
yeah.
know if I did this one. But this is my only one of Instinct Part 2. They had a Part 1.
And you have part 1 too?
No, I don't. I want to buy Part 1.
So not yet.
Not yet, but I will. There. This is my bias.
9. How did you watch Check Out without thinking of him?
That's actually true. And this is what they had like sexy concept photo album.
Very sexy.
Listen, don't. This is.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Listen. Don't do that.
I'm trying.
These are-
Look, I like them actually. I have been following at least some of their stuff lately.
This is their unit photos.
What does that mean? Like, you're
This
just
is like so there's 6 members, right? But because of their lore and because of their storyline, they have like ship pairs.
okay.
So, but they're not called ships in K-pop land.
I hope you get to buy new earphones soon.
I'm sorry, this is as bad as it's ever been. They just keep, but yeah. So this is their unit photos.
Mm-hmm.
So sad story is that they actually had 7 members at one point.
Mm-hmm.
It said one of them left, and so they had a throuple storyline with the other one.
Mm-hmm.
But now it's just them 2. This is my other bias. I have a lot of biases.
Okay, you have to pick one. Which one would you pick?
And then
Ignoring my question.
what?
I asked you if you had to pick one of your bias, which one would you pick?
To like just hang out with?
You have to decide. You can only have one.
But why?
Just because. That's the game. That's the same thing that happened on Twitter. If I say this or that, it means this or that, and not both. All right, that was just a tiny.
but like 9 and Rie.
No, you have to pick one. You can only save one.
And then Junji exists.
I think this is the one with the pretty hair.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's Junji. And then just Junji exists. Like, how do you want me to pick one?
I love playing this game with K-pop stan. It's so much fun.
And then this is their unit photo.
I think, yeah, I remember seeing, it was them, right, in the latest video? Was it them?
Yeah. Oh, for Be Mine.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's yeah. Except Ray has chestnut hair now.
Yeah.
Yeah, he dyed it chestnut for this cycle. For this season.
All I need to know is how they are dyeing all their hair in those crazy colors. Because when I went to my hairdresser and I said I want blue hair, she said, "Oh, I don't know if I can do that. Your hair is too dark."
The thing is, it's like you have to. Oh my god! Yeah, I'm getting my hair dyed too. But I'm getting it dyed turquoise. So
That's
like,
cool.
yeah, but they have to do a whole bunch of shit to my hair just to even get it to color.
I mean, my hair at that time was already bleached. I'm like, yeah, just put some blue on it. Just do what you have to do to make it blue. And she had a whole lot of excuses why it wouldn't work.
Oh, well, that's, I don't know. I have
Yeah.
this is you, John.
Yeah. Now I see him better. Thank you.
This one is, he's really good at girl group dances.
How old are they?
Uh, they're in their like mid-20s.
Okay.
What's up, KB? KB's 30.
Okay. Have they all done their military service?
I think so, yes. From what I understood.
Okay. Really
this,
important question here.
yeah, I know it is. Like, it's super important. And this is KB. I'm just showing you his shirtless photos because
I really appreciate that.
he doesn't like to wear shirts either.
I love that. I love that for him. He could be my bias, I guess.
And then this is their unit photos.
Love it. It's really aesthetically in a way.
I mean, it's
All
an
of them, the
aesthetic.
whole photo.
I mean, they're very aesthetically pleasing people to look at. Like,
Yeah, that's true. I really enjoyed them. Their last music video.
Be Mine or them as a whole? Because then
All
the
of
last
them,
one was like Suit Dance.
I watched
Or
all of
no,
them.
they had a Japanese one.
I don't remember. Just the ones that you and everybody else was posting. So I watched them.
It was definitely the Japanese one. That's the most recent one because they're having a Japanese comeback.
I don't get this. I don't get it. I literally have no idea. I never understand it. Why
And then I
so
like them because you get photo cards.
Do people know they can just print their own photo cards? Like, you guys know, right?
You be quiet. I actually can't. It's KB's.
I'm gonna make this one just for me, just for fun.
This is Eugen's.
That's
Man
cool.
is a literal fairy. Like, you can't, like, he's just so. I have more of KB. What happened to my Ray one? Oh, whatever. This is Gingy.
Wait.
Did you see it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then this is KB again. But he's wearing clothes.
Damn it.
And then this one, he is sexy again.
That's a good thing. That's what I like.
KB only knows like two ways of life: being dumb and sexy. Like,
that's how I like them. That's the best way for men to be, dumb and sexy. I think that's a good combination. I can accept this kind of man.
Those are his two modes of being dumb and sexy, and like being kind of cringe. He can be really cringe, like he says really cringe shit.
Yeah, I can relate to that.
And he mostly says that to you, Jen, so that's really funny.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god, we've talked for so long.
Yeah. So are you ready for your next 180 degrees episode?
Oh shit. Maybe, I don't know. Oh yeah, I have to do that one today.
I mean, next week is the last episode, right?
Yeah.
And today the mom comes back.
I need to see what happened in the rest of the ones because, like, I'm really bad because I can only do so much of the episode and like so like it's allowable on YouTube, and then I always forget to go back to like watch the rest.
But how can you do that with this one?
But the good thing though is that they do recaps like in the beginning. Like they'll recap the episode so I can watch it on the recap and be like, oh, okay, that's what happened. And so I could kind of explain that. Like,
I could never.
That's a secret though, even though I just said it out loud.
Hmm. You know, some more people are gonna watch this and then hear all your secrets.
All my secrets will be out.
Hmm.
I still have a few left. Uh,
So we should do more live so you can spit it all out.
oh
No
no,
secrets allowed.
don't tell me no, because then I'm being really good and not just said everything that's coming to my head. Meanwhile, I'm doing this. I've been really good. I've been really proud of myself. How you can get me is like when I'm doing my game lives, like when I'm doing my mana plays, because like I'll just because I'm just talking. Like there's nobody interviewing me. There's nobody, like there's nobody. It's just me talking. So
Yeah.
I read the comments or whatever, and I'll respond to them. But it's really just me talking and me playing this game. So like I'll just end up saying shit that like I shouldn't say, or like that I kind of regret saying later. Like when I watch the replay, I'm like, oh, maybe I should not have said that, but it's too late. So that's how you really get me. You can't get me here because I curate myself and I
Yeah.
like think about the things that I say. But you could get me when I'm just by myself doing my lives like for mana plays, because then I'm just like and plus I think like nobody watches them, even though I know that that's not true. Like,
I mean, I thought about going live because I do cook a lot. I do have, but I don't always want to record it because it's just a simple recipe or nothing special. But I just know if I start talking and while I'm cooking, I just get in like this tunnel and then I will not realize what I'm actually talking about, what I just said, and that it may have been a little bit offensive or that people we may understand it like, or just, I don't know. I just get like right now, I just start thinking really fast and then I talk and it just doesn't work out. So I try to avoid going live.
the thing about going live for me is fun. I like reading the comments, like because people don't normally comment on my reaction videos. So
Yeah.
like I know they watch them and I know some people like them because I'll see like a couple likes, but they don't tell me anything else besides that. So it's just fine. And I like nobody like, whatever. But I really like reading comments.
Yeah.
Because then that's how you know you're doing a good job. That's how you know like you're like an audience is engaging with you.
Mhm.
But I don't know. I guess and then after a while I just stopped asking for comments because I was like, oh, nobody leaves them. So it's just like whatever. But I really want them to sometimes. Actually, most of the time I want comments because then I could see also like what I'm doing wrong or if there's something I need to fix or just like stuff like that. Um, but so that's why I like going live because I could see the comments and I could talk to people. Like I kind of have conversations.
Mhm.
Um, and also like I don't really worry about my tunnel vision when I'm on live. Like I don't really. Also, I like lives because then I could just be. I don't know if that makes sense. So I could really just like be myself
Mhm.
and just like not worry about it too much. So that's why I like going live. It's just very like fun and most of the time I feel like I'm just having conversations with my friends because normally it's like 6 people that are like in the stream with me and they're all my friends because I'll tell them to watch me. So that's another reason
Um,
why I like it.
no, I don't know. I wanted to go live on TikTok because when you have 1,000 followers, you can actually go live. But also,
Yeah.
I don't know who would even join to talk to me. So yeah, maybe let's not do this. If I want to talk to myself, I'd rather do that.
Do you have 1,000 followers on TikTok?
Yeah, I already reached it. And yeah, I was thinking maybe I should do more lives because then you can also get more followers. But I don't know. I would have to think of something that I want to do on the live, like me watching a series while I'm live or something like that, because that's fine. But I don't know. I'm always like, who's gonna watch it? I'm gonna be all by myself. I don't want to do that.
Lives are fun. Congratulations. Yes, congratulations on reaching 1,000 on TikTok.
Thank you.
That means you can make money now. Yay.
I wish.
Really? I thought it was 1,000.
I don't know. How am I supposed to make money if people aren't really interacting anymore? Like, I get views sometimes, but then people don't leave any comments or anything. I'm like, yeah, talking to myself again. Thank you.
This is
And
always the struggle, right? Just like talk to us, please.
yeah, and I think to actually earn money on TikTok, you have to go live and people have to send you gifts or anything.
Oh yeah,
And
yeah.
yeah, and I don't know. It just feels stupid because I know that most of the time are more like little kids on this app, and I don't want them to waste their money. Like, yeah, I want to earn money at some point with my content, but not like that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. I don't really like how they do that on TikTok.
Yeah,
But
so I rather have a brand reach out and maybe want me to use their stuff or anything than, little kids paying.
yeah, that's kind of like what I wanted to happen. Like a
Yeah,
brand to reach out, be like, "Hey, do you want to like hawk this like thing?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'll
yeah.
sell it all day."
I mean, I cook, so they could really just reach out. Hey, if you need this product, you can use this, and then you get this amount of money if you show it in your video. I'm like, yeah, okay.
I
But
use a
I
lot of
first,
makeup. Some makeup brands could be like, "Hey,
I mean, it would be really nice if some of those brands from Asia would reach out because they are so expensive here. Every time I want to try a new recipe, I have to buy a bunch of stuff, and I don't always have everything here. And it's a lot. Like my soy sauce is empty every week. Every time that I do a recipe, it's gonna be empty again, that damn bottle. I'm like, yeah, why don't they just pay me to use it? It would be way better.
you should reach out to some of them."
Yeah,
That's soy
like,
sauce
hey,
brand.
let me
Hey, I
get
use
my
your soy
followers
sauce
first.
brand in your videos in my videos. You want to sponsor me? Great,
Yeah.
thanks.
I mean, I thought about let me first get my followers and views straight, and then I can reach out because then I have an
Right?
actual then I actually can tell them, hey, I have this many followers. I reach this many people whenever I post something. Do you want to have a sponsor me or something?
Yeah.
But without that,
You know what I just found out is that I could go live on Twitter.
yeah,
Like,
it's possible.
but I didn't know that. And I was just like, maybe I should. But then I'm like, but what do I even do?
I
It's like I
mean,
always, it's like, because you have to do something that would be entertaining. And I don't know.
talk about BLs. I don't know.
People really seem to like it when I do that. So maybe I'll just do that one day.
I mean, why not? You
I
have a
don't know.
lot of followers, right? Like
I
1,000
do.
something.
Uh, I don't
And
know
I'm
exactly.
sure all of like me and everybody else, like we have like kind of similar moods.
We do have similar moods. Hold on. I don't know how many I have. I don't like to keep track sometimes because like the thing is that it always kind of goes like up and down depending on the things I say. So it's just like a roller coaster sometimes.
I don't know
You know,
why, but it's still stuck. Like, it's been like 3 weeks, and I keep looking at it, and every time it goes from 439 to 440, and then it goes back to 39. I'm like, who is hating here? I never have
yeah.
anything really offensive. I just don't. So, don't you like my
So
fabulous man?
right now, right now it's at 1,338.
Yeah.
So it's
So
like I guess
go
it's
live
up there.
there.
Yeah, I should go live there and be like, "Hey guys."
I mean, try it out.
I should try it out. Not today though. Today I have. Is it even up? I have to check because sometimes Gaga likes to mess with me about these schedules that they post
I
for
mean,
the.
it has to be after midnight in Taipei, I think. Like in Taiwan, it needs to be, I think,
Yeah,
1 a.m. I think at 1 a.m. is the time they post 180 degrees, right?
hold on. All right. Oh, okay, it's ready. All right. It's up now. I just wanted to check it just because, like, I was just like, sometimes it's not up, and then I'm just like waiting there for a while. I'm just like, do. I'll probably take a break though, and then do
From
it.
okay.
No, I'll just take. Sorry, just take a break after this, like for an hour, and then
You have
film
listened to
again.
Pam way too long here. What the fuck?
No, I liked it. This is the longest live I've ever done. Usually I try to do like an hour. This just depends because like for gameplay and stuff, like I was just trying to do it like 40 to an hour. Sometimes I can go a little bit over, but like I just want to keep people's attention span. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I just okay. But anyway, yeah, we're gonna get going because it's been 2 hours and 15 minutes as long as live. I want to
Yeah.
appreciate everybody for watching. Thank you, Joy, for being here. I'm glad you had fun. And yeah, we'll see you all later. Bye.
Hey.
Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do.